Okay, yeah, so A is the first one because it's dollars per hour, so that's your slope. So hours is the bottom, so that's the independent variable, it's X.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, Y doesn't change consistently with X. So
Mm-hmm.
it's probably going to be a square situation. And they obviously don't equal each other. So my guess is D is going to probably make the most sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there we go. That
Okay.
makes sense. We plug in like 6 for X, you get 36 minus 2 is 34. 4 squared minus 2, that's 60 minus 2 is 14 and so forth. So yeah, so you get D.
Uh,
Um, but here they do change consistently, right? Like how does Y change? How does X change?
um, they go up. Well, y goes up by 2 and
And
x
X.
goes up by 1.
So it's 2 over 1 is your slope.
Mm-hmm.
So which one is 2 is the slope?
B.
Yeah, totally. Mhm. All right. Yeah, you can't have 0 on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's all real numbers except X equals -2.
All right.
So how much does Y go down by?
2.
Well, no, you're going from sorry, you're going from 7 to
Oh,
3.
4, 4, 4, 4.
Yeah, it goes down by 4. And how much is X going down by?
2.
Exactly. So slope is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the slope is definitely 1/2. You go up
Mm-hmm.
1, right 2, go
Yeah.
up 1, right 2. The y-intercept is definitely -1/2, that's for sure.
Mhm.
The x-intercept's definitely a 1, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So the answer's gotta be D. It was not passed through the origin.
Mm-hmm. You teach geometry, right? Or
I don't teach, I haven't taught in a lot. I tutor every year. So
oh, wait,
yeah,
well,
so
what math do you teach? Algebra 2?
algebra 2 and pre-calculus honors.
Oh, all right.
That's what I'm teaching this year. I taught the same thing
Mm-hmm.
last year. I mean, yeah, I've taught everything, but on a regular basis, usually it's some level of algebra 2 and it's either pre-calc, calculus type class.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what I teach. All right, so let's take a look at 7. And let's see how many questions we have here. Let's see if we can get, I think we can get through this by 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the student graph the line y equals 3x plus 2, plotting connecting points A, B, and C. How can the student use points A, B, and C to find? Um, oh, 3x minus 5. Okay, I was confused. So you gotta go down 7, clearly, right? Because you have +2
Mm-hmm.
minus 5.
Yeah. Wait, can you repeat that? Sorry, my dog walked in my room.
Because right now the y-intercept's at +2,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes all the way down to -5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it went down
Yeah.
7 units.
All right. But then I finally I passed my finally at the end of
Oh, what's that? Sorry.
I passed the final.
Yeah, well, you're in geometry, so that was good news. My God, when I
Uh,
saw that from your mom, the homework, I was like,
Since I didn't have a, I wouldn't like be held back. I would just have to take another thing in summer school.
you
Like
didn't have to do summer school.
I had to do for the first semester.
Okay, right, because we started up after that, so
Yeah.
right, okay, yeah, we were more serious in the second semester. I know that. Now for 8, so this is where you can use Desmos if you're not sure how the graph looks.
Hmm.
But we did parabola, so x squared looks like this,
Yeah.
and through x squared minus 7 means go down 7 units.
Hmm. Um,
So you shift down 7 units.
mhm.
So y is going to be greater than or equal to -7. So it's got to be c.
Hmm.
B definitely gets higher because it gets
Hmm.
steeper. So think of like a slope in a way. I know it's kind of weird because it gets narrower. So you
Hmm.
think that, the number of front vectors should be smaller than 1, but actually the number of front x squared gets bigger than 1 because it's actually getting steeper. So there's more of a vertical stretch.
Yeah.
So it's got to be B is bigger than A. And you're gonna be talking a lot about transformations and geometry.
It's also like thing called like a proof or something.
Oh boy, yeah, when we get the proofs, that's gonna be gnarly. Well, it depends how your teacher wants to go about it. I mean, you're doing at level geometry, not geometry honor,
Hmm.
so maybe your teacher might be a little light
Hmm.
with proofs, or might kind of give you like training wheels, like here's like I'll show you right now in case you're curious. We'll do it. I'll show you really fast. So let me see if I have the answer key for this one. Yeah, so this is how a proof looks. So like,
Hmm.
for example, you're given some information, like you told that B, C, and D equal each other. You're asking for the B, D, and C equal each other. I think it's pretty obvious because like, well, duh. If these, like, say for example, this is linked to 2 and 2,
Hmm.
and that's linked to like 8, it's pretty clear that's linked to 10. And that's also linked to 10.
Hmm. Okay.
So we know that seems obvious, but there's a formality that comes with it. And here's how the
Hmm.
formality looks. The left column is going to be the statements. The right column is going to be the reasons.
Yeah.
So B equals to E, you're given that. So you say given.
Hmm.
And then if you add CD to each of the sides, you're adding the same thing to each side. We call it the addition property of equality. And then clearly BD equals the combination of BC and CD. We saw that earlier, right?
Hmm.
BD equals combination of BC and CD. And then CE equals combination of CD and CE. So you're adding 2 segments, make one big segment. That's a couple of segment addition postulate. You're going to learn all these things in the next few months or a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then lastly, you can substitute, replace BC plus CD with BD and CD plus D with CE. You're doing a substitution. That's
Hmm.
so there you go. That's the proof. Now, how your teacher might go about it, some teachers will kind of ease you into and say, well, maybe they'll give you a partially filled out proof. Like they'll give you maybe some of the steps and some of the reasons you got to fill out the rest. It just depends what your teacher wants to do. And some of the proofs can get really intricate and complex. That's why like it's kind of this unknown. It all depends what your teacher wants to do. Um, I will say this: it was a one math class I got a B in high school. Everything else I got A's in
Hmm.
high school. So or for math at least. So I just was terrible with writing. That was my issue. But the
Hmm.
logic is not bad. like logically, I think you'll do well in this class, but there's a
Mhm.
formality that we're gonna have to respect.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to really kind of put in, we can't get lazy about it, unfortunately. We have to really just
Yeah.
but anyway, that's just gonna give you a taste of what you'll see. But I will say this, I did teach a summer geometry class a couple years ago where I made it really easy and didn't do any proofs because the kids just had to pass. So, anyway, let's just keep going here. So that's y equals 2x squared. So if you have -4, you want to go down 4 units.
Mhm.
So that's why it's A for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, 11. If your monthly fee is $40, that's gonna be like your slope, because that's money per month. And
Yeah.
a $75 membership is just like a flat fee. So that's just one time. And it has $300 of spend, so you can't go over $300. You have to keep it under 300.
Mhm.
That's why it's A.
Mhm. It's like, is it gonna
And
be? It's not gonna.
equals, yeah,
It's gonna be B.
4A
I mean, B.
minus 60. It's gonna be D, right?
Oh, D.
Correct. Good. Yep. Okay, linear means a line.
Mhm.
So we have a slope of negative. So down 3, right 2, down 3, right 2.
Mhm.
So then if you plug 7 in for X and work it out, you should get -7/2 for that one. So it's
Mhm.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta find the equation of line, which I
Mhm.
did by find the slope and the y-intercept, and then plug in 7 for
Yeah.
X.
And it's a lot to.
Okay, how would you solve for X for 14? What would you do?
For 14x, um, what equals -72. So x would be
Well, they've been really helpful, so, yeah.
-6.
Good. Yeah, actually pause at
Oh,
6.
+6. All right.
Right, so D. Okay, be careful.
My sister's in Oakland, my mom is in Colorado. Yeah.
So y-intercept is 3 here, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So let's see.
My sister's really great mother, so that has been really helpful, but yeah, so my husband's mom is coming out next weekend, so I'll have to help them here.
Okay, when you ever want to graph, you need to get y by itself. How would I get y
Mhm.
by itself here?
How would I go y by myself? I'd probably move x to the other side.
Yeah, totally.
It'll be -3x.
Right, and then you want to divide by -2.
Mm-hmm.
Get that.
Mm-hmm. So wait, so you want me to solve it or?
And then what we need to do is need to graph it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we isolated y, the shading has to be above or below. It's definitely gonna be
Oh,
above,
mhm.
so it's gonna be D.
Yep.
So,
So if it's a negative, it's gonna be below, right?
right.
All right.
Okay, so you just gotta just test each choice out. If I plug in 0, 0 is okay. 2 is okay. 1 is okay. -1 is not okay.
Yeah.
-2 is not bigger than -1, so that's why it's A.
Mhm.
So you know that the number of times is 3 more than the quarters. Great. But then you
Mhm.
gotta use the monetary values. So we know a dime's worth 10 cents,
Yeah.
quarters worth 25 cents, and altogether it's $5.20.
Mhm.
That's why it's B as a boy.
Mhm. All right.
Yeah, I think best bet here is to
They all kind of look the same. Well, besides the
kind
shape.
of, yeah,
I
I'll
didn't
get
think-
y by itself. That might be the best way to do this. And we divide by a negative, you flip the inequality.
Mhm.
Because if you move y from left to right, you have to guarantee the same direction for the inequalities. That's why you flip when you divide by a negative.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be x plus 1,
Hmm.
and it's gotta be a solid line because it's equal, and you got a shade above it.
Hmm.
So B looks pretty good, just to be sure. 2y is less than -x. Y is less than -half x.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just B for sure for
Yep.
that one. Okay, this one. Do you remember how are you with your factoring skills? Do you remember how to do that?
Uh, I'm pretty confident. Yeah.
So move everything to one side first, and then we do a diamond. Do you remember what to put in the diamond?
No, not the
Okay,
top of my head.
you put A times C up top and B down below.
Oh, so it'll be 2x times -5,
Well, hold on. What's your A value here?
2,
2, right? And what's your C value?
-5.
Correct. So you can put -10 here,
Hmm.
and B is the middle number 9.
9. Yep.
Now your job is to find two numbers that multiply -10 and add up to 9. What two numbers do that?
Hold on, I'll add up to 12 and -20 and -10.
10, -1.
10, -1.
Right, right.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what do you take out of the first row?
X.
And then 5 here,
Yeah. Then he'll
and
be 2,
2x.
and
Yeah,
then
and then
be
-1.
-1.
So those are the factors, 2x.
Mhm.
So that's how we do the factoring. So I'm glad we're recording this, so you have this as a reference. I think this is probably the most important thing we work on today, because the skill that really has got to be very natural as we move forward in math.
Mhm.
Then if you see what makes each of those factors 0, those are gonna be your solutions.
Mhm.
So definitely 1/2, and definitely
Yeah.
-5. So it's gonna be D for that one.
Mhm.
Okay, 21.
21. All right.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. It's gonna be D. Because
Mhm.
y equals x is a slanted line like this,
Mhm.
and y equals x was just a parabola. So there you go.
Mhm. All right. Wait, when do you start school?
Wednesday.
Oh,
You guys already started?
no, we start tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
The teacher's been back last week, so I've had meetings all last week. So I already, and I was teaching a summer class at Sacred Heart
Yeah.
around the end of July and the first week of August.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty funny though, because my math teacher's no longer teaching there.
at Sarah High School,
Yeah, my algebra teacher.
do you know who your new teacher is?
Oh yeah.
Is it a good teacher?
I heard it's like a decently like easier class compared to the other teachers. So
Okay, I mean, I think the key things you need a teacher who's going to be consistent, organized.
Mm.
It was part of my life. It was kind of a clusterfuck with your last teacher. So
yeah.
just be honest, like it was all over the map with the material, at least.
Yeah.
And if you're not feeling comfortable, that's not good, right? You want to feel comfortable with your teacher. So hopefully you'll feel comfortable. So
Yeah.
because the more comfortable you feel more safe you feel asking questions. And if you don't
Yeah.
know something, it's okay, you know. But that's the whole point. You got to feel safe. So hopefully you'll feel that in your new teacher. So
Mm.
and if not, well, let's just not think that. So
Yeah.
um I trust Sarah will do it right. Okay, so anyway, which one is true? Um, so let's think about the slope here. It looks like it goes up 2/5. So I kind
Mhm.
of like B a lot.
Yeah.
That's like 1/2. It's not really slope of 1/2. Temperature cool decrease of 4. So it's not going down.
Mm.
It's not going 5. It's the slope's not 5. I'll tell you that for sure. So D is out. So it's got to be B.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. 6 less than the sum of X. So you gotta do X plus X squared and take away 6.
Mhm. Right.
And that's why it's A.
Mm.
I didn't need the parentheses. Here, if you use PEMDAS, what's the first operation we should do?
Negative 3 times 8.
Or let's look on the inside. What's on the inside?
Uh, 8 minus 10.
Right, which is what?
2.
-2.
Negative 2. I meant. Right.
And so you get 6 in this case.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just 6. Yeah.
that's kind of lame, what the way they did it there. But yeah, I go C. If you could distribute, I guess, and
Mhm.
you still get -24 plus
Yeah.
30.
So it's going down, so we'll be negative, right? Or
Down 4, right 2.
down 4. Right. All right.
We get A.
Mm. How do you actually solve 26?
So Y equals MX plus B.
Yeah.
Your M is the slope, so it's -1/3.
Mhm.
And then you're given a point. You plug it in for X and Y.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wait one sec. This is weird. So your B is 1/3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess you have to multiply by 3 then. So Y equals -1/3 X.
Yeah.
Multiply both sides by 3.
Uh-huh.
And move the X over.
Uh-huh. So, oh, let me see. Well, that kind of makes sense,
Right.
but I think I just need a little work on these problems for like this type of problem.
All right, 27.
Hmm. 27. All right. Which object on the moon varies directly as it weighs on as vary the weight of an object on the moon varies directly as its weight.
So
weight
directly,
of-
what that means is that there's a direct ratio or proportion between the two variables. Great example would be your height and a tree's shadow, right? Like let's say a tree is like 20 feet tall and you're
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
Mhm.
If your shadow's 12 feet long, shadow's 40 feet long to the tree because that's a consistent ratio, right?
Mhm.
And of course, as like as time passes and the sun moves, then that could change. But at
Yeah.
a particular moment, that's called direct relationship.
Mhm.
So it's just simply a ratio, meaning there's no y-intercept.
Yeah.
It's simply going to be set up like this: y equals k times x, where k is like a slope, or it's like the constant of proportionality or constant of variation.
Yeah.
So it's just a straight up.
All right.
You're good. You're gonna get the sun. So just watch the video and just fill it out and submit it.
Yeah.
When Adam bought CDs for $18 and t-shirts for $11, altogether he spent 105. Okay, well, if looks like C represents the CDs and T is the t-shirts.
Mhm.
So 18 goes next to C, 11 goes
Yeah.
next to T.
Mhm.
And that's it.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So if you compare the A's,
Yeah.
you subtract the exponent, so it becomes a to -1.
Mhm.
For the B's, you get that.
Yeah.
So get C for that one.
Yeah.
And lastly, for 30. So negative correlation means that when one thing goes up, the other thing goes down. You probably would roll your eyes if I say this, but one could say the amount of hours you play video games per week might negatively correlate with your GPA. Okay, I'm not gonna not
I
necessarily
don't really care.
anything.
I
No.
don't really play video games.
Or let's say this. Maybe the I think of a good one. Oh, okay. We'll say the amount of cigarettes someone smokes and how long they live.
Yeah.
That could, like if you smoke 20 cigarettes a day, you probably live till 50. But if you smoke 10 cigarettes a day, maybe live till 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the percent chance of getting lung cancer or a heart disease or whatever. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's negative correlation because they're going in opposite directions.
Mhm.
So this one, the time elapsed, the number of words typed. Well, as time passes, you probably are typing more. So that's a
Yeah.
positive correlation. The
Yeah.
temperature outside, the number of people wearing coats. That might be a negative correlation because the temperature goes down, more people are wearing coats. So
Yeah.
it's going opposite direction. I like B. Let's be sure about the other about that. Let's look at the other
Mhm.
choices. The number of students in a school, the number of teachers. Wait, if you have more students, you gotta have more teachers, hopefully, And then
Yeah.
B, the rate at which a car is driven, the number of miles driven.
Yeah. That's
Well, the
cool.
rate is just the
No,
rate.
no, not technically.
But it doesn't go up or down.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I mean, that just says, yeah. So forget about that one. So
I think it's
no,
C.
no, it's B.
Oh, it's B, really? But
Yeah, because if it gets colder outside, the temperature goes down, more people are wearing coats.
okay. Oh, that's true. I thought
Right,
it meant
right.
like.
So they're going opposite directions.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that was incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
That was really
Mhm.
good. So you definitely have this all squared away. I think we'll make this a shorter call today.
Mhm.
Because I know this was done at the last minute. But our plan is we're going to be meeting more consistently, not this week, but the following week on the 27th, and then we'll be meeting roughly about twice a week.
Yeah.
The plan is for us to work on homework and make sure you do. So very important. We got to make sure we're consistent with homework, getting it done, turning it
Yeah.
on time,
Mhm.
good quality, getting ready for quizzes, getting ready for tests.
Yeah.
And if we have to be strategic, if we see a test schedule like, oh crap, like we're supposed to meet on September 10th and your test was that morning, then we should maybe adjust or something,
Yeah.
So I'm always flexible, as I am. So we'll
Mhm.
figure that out. But
All right.
we do have a lot of
Mhm.
appointments set. So and make sure you check your email It's all right here. So for example, actually, I'll just put, Stefan. Yeah, you can see we have a whole slew of appointments
Yep.
all squared away here. So
All right.
cool. I think we're all set. Okay, so we'll end it a little early today.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.